Well, hello everybody and welcome back to the Mega Farm Survival Challenge. I'm Hugz, and this is, of course, Farming Simulator 25. Today, we have a whole laundry list of stuff to get done. We are going to be some busy beavers. There is a lot of harvesting we gotta do. There's a lot of selling we gotta do. There's some new machines we gotta buy. The works. So everything is on the table today, man. Now, I've been thinking a lot about how the series should progress moving forward, and I've decided it's going to sit a lot on you guys. So there are a couple options now that we've moved into harvesting fields and this whole aspect of the game. There's a lot that goes on a year-to-year basis. Previous to this, with our sheep, it's been relatively simple, right? We get sheep, we do stuff with the sheep, we sell the sheep's products, we celebrate when we have a big explosion of money. That is no longer the case. There's so much to do. I need to figure out what to show you guys and what not to show you guys. So in the comment section down below, what I'm going to do is pin a comment, and then under that pinned comment, there will be 3 replies. So the first reply will be show everything. Now, if we do show everything, that's basically it. You guys are going to see everything, all the field seeding, harvesting, everything will be done in time lapses, but you guys will not miss anything. Now, this may end up in episodes being a bit longer, but there will be more downtime. So yeah, it's going to be a lot of repetitive stuff over and over and over again. So if you want that option, make sure you hit the like button on that comment. The second comment will be just see the big advancements and a little bit of like the harvesting and stuff like that, just enough to keep things interesting. But the main focus of every episode will be new stuff and how we're progressing the farm. That will be comment number 2. So drop a like there if that's what you would like to see. Comment number 3 will be a hybrid of both, where we'll kind of have some time lapses of harvesting and things like that, but we'll also have a little bit of advancement in every single episode. So if you want to see that option, make sure you hit that like button. Now, make sure you get your voice heard, because however the vote is cast, whichever one has more likes, that's how we're going to be moving forward with the series. So make sure you go down and you hit the like button on one of those. And while you're at it, go ahead and just smash the regular like button on the video as well, because that just helps me out tremendously and it's absolutely free. So why not? Okay, so now that that's out of the way, yeah, today we're kind of going to be doing a hybrid option where I'm going to show you guys a lot of what I'm going to do, but some will be done behind the scenes. Some of the more boring stuff, right? It's, yeah, at least that's how I think of it. So let's get started here. The very first thing we have to do today is cut grass and take care of that field, because we are going to be planting a new crop on it, so it has to get done. So which tractor do I want to use? Let's see. I guess we're going to use our new one, the New Holland. This thing is a beast. It can basically do it all. It's fast and it's strong. So I'm going to go ahead. We're going to cut some grass on this. Now, if you remember, I've actually already done one cutting on it. So there is under there a nice thick layer of grass already, and we're going to be laying a second one on top of it. So this is going to generally, well, you know what? I usually turn this stuff into hay, but that's kind of not necessary anymore. So what I think I'm going to do is just have it be grass. We're going to let it live out its life as beautiful grass and feed our sheep with grass. So that's the plan right now. Let's get to it. Let's do it. Okay, I didn't realize I couldn't dump grass in the hay barn. That's quite unfortunate. Oh, especially since I've gone through and windrowed everything. Man, what do I do here?
I don't like where this is going.
I think I'm just gonna dump a big pile of grass back here for now, guys. Not the most elegant solution by any means, but I gotta store this stuff. It's either that or I dump a giant pile of it on the field over here, and then I go over it with the tedder, turn it into hay, and then I can dump it in there. Oh man, what a pain in the butt. All right, I'm gonna figure this out, and then I don't know. I don't know what I'm gonna do yet, but I gotta figure this out.
2 hours later.
Okay, yes, your eyes do not deceive you. That is a giant pile of grass in front of us, and this may be one of the most outlandish things I've ever done on this channel, but we're gonna try it, just, for research purposes in the name of science, and I just really want to do it, so here we go. We're gonna try and ted this giant pile of grass here and see what happens. Oh boy, it's working. It's working. I can't believe it. Holy cow. Is this the most efficient way of turning grass into hay or what? This is amazing. I can't believe we're doing this. Holy cow. Okay, well, that's going to make it real easy to pick up with the forage wagon, but at least now we can stuff this stuff inside of our hay barn. So there is that. Oh no. Oh boy, we're stuck. Oh no, 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 no. Okay, I need to get myself, there we go. Oh, and back up the pile we go. Okay, can't stop. Must maintain momentum. Ooh, boy, I can't believe that worked. All right, I'm gonna finish up this pile, and then I'm gonna go ahead and stuff this into my hay barn. All right, we ran into another small roadblock. I have gathered so much hay that we've actually hit capacity on our hay barn. Check it out. We've got so far 179,829 liters of hay, and we still have that pile over there to go, and I can't put any more hay in this hay barn. Kind of an issue, so what I've got to do real fast is, we've got to sell our straw. So I'm going to dump this just like right here. Kind of a waste picking it all up, but whatever. And I've got to sell some straw real quick. So we're going to go do that. I don't even know where to sell straw. I'm going to need to look. Oh, why am I doing it like this? Just making it harder to pick up. Let's look at prices for straw here. Looks like the best spot is the farmer's market. Perfect. I know exactly where to go. Let's do it. All right, here's our last little bit of straw, and we actually made a pretty good amount of money there. So not bad. Kind of crazy though that we ran out of room in our hay barn. That is nuts. All right, I'm gonna go finish picking up the rest of that hay. It would be crazy if I could fill that thing up completely with just hay. Oh boy, that's gonna last our sheep a long, long time.
12 seconds later.
All right, all our hay has been gathered. We're good to go in that department. We got about 213,000 liters of hay. That is a ton of hay, man. That's probably enough to keep our sheep fed for, I don't know, like 5 years. I'm not even exaggerating. It's probably gonna feed our sheep for about 5 years. Kind of crazy. But what is the plan for this field now? So our chickens need food. As we know, we did a nice big wheat harvest on the last episode. That wheat's only gonna last us for a little while though, and I think I've come up with a solution in terms of a crop we can put on our grass field that will kind of be perfect for our chickens. And that crop is actually going to be sorghum. So sorghum, in my research, I found that it's one of the better sellers in terms of the crops that chickens can consume. So there is wheat, obviously, there's also barley, and then there's sorghum. Out of those three, sorghum is the best money per field situation that we can put on here. So what that's gonna let us do is A, not only feed our chickens, but B, any excess that we accrue through our harvesting, we can go ahead and sell it for a profit. So it'll be absolutely beautiful. I have to get myself set up. We need to cultivate this field, and then we're going to need to sow it with some beautiful sorghum seeds. I believe I have everything I need, so let's just get to it, shall we?
City life and the crazy nights. Figure I should probably give it a try.
Maybe check it out, see what it's all about. But the traffic was fast and the money was slow. The people I met you never get to know. I kinda miss this place I used to live back home. Cause up here it's breakneck, paycheck, rat race, what's next? I'm tired of feeling like a small fish in a big pond. I think I'll go back where I came from, where everybody knows my name. My friends are still the same. I guess the slow life hit me just right, like a bonfire on a cold night. Hell, and you can keep your 9 to 5. Happy with the simple life. Yeah, I ain't here to try to change your mind, trying to save your time. In case you're thinking about breaking out the bucket list, girl, you can skip this funny business. Cause up there it's complicated and overrated. Down here everything is understated. That's alright by me. I got everything that I need, but there is breakneck, paycheck, rat race, what's next? I'm tired of feeling like a small fish in a big pond. I think I'll go back where I came from, where everybody knows my name. All my friends are still the same. I guess the slow life hit me just right, like a bonfire on a cool night. Yeah, you can keep your 9 to 5, cause I'm happy with the simple life. I think I'll go back where I came from, where everybody knew my name, and all my friends are still the same. I guess the slow life hit me just right, like a bonfire on a cold night. Hell, you can keep your 9 to 5, cause I'm happy with the simple life. Oh Lord, you can keep your 9 to 5.
All right, there we go. Sorghum has been planted. It's actually quite fast, man. Everything's really good with this machine, specifically this planter, because it moves at 11 miles an hour, which may not sound like much, but because it's bigger and it's faster, the field just goes like it. I don't know. It feels like to me, it's only like a 5-minute thing where it used to be, 40 minutes to get something like this done. So it's really amazing. But that's pretty much all we have to do in terms of getting our fields all prepped up for this month. The rest is just going to be my regular chores that I got to take care of. That's going to be feeding all the sheeps. What else? I guess chickens now, making sure the chickens are fed as well. I got to water our greenhouses, of course. I got to move some wool. I got a ton of stuff to do. And I also do have to drop a tiny bit of fertilizer on the field we just did. Plus, I got to do the soybean field one more time. So I do have some stuff to do, but I'm going to take care of a lot of that off camera, just because it's stuff you guys have seen before, and really it's just busy work, stuff I don't want to bore you with necessarily. So I'm going to take care of that. We're going to come back, and it's going to be, let's see here, September and October. Those are going to be our 2 big harvesting months when we're going to harvest our sorghum, which is, that's super fast growth time, right? We just planted this stuff and we're going to be harvesting it before our soybeans. Yeah, that's crazy. So yeah, that's our next step. So, all right, here we go. Let's chill out for a couple months, shall we?
2,000 years later.
All right, we have made it to September, and September is sorghum harvest. Look at this stuff behind me. It looks like cattails, or it's like a mix between cattails and corn. I don't know what this stuff, I don't think I've ever actually seen this stuff in real life. Looks kind of crazy to me. There are a couple things that I did notice though. So on the far side of this field, let's just run over here real quick. There, can I see him? No, I can't see him. Okay, there's some spots over here that there were some issues at, and I'm not sure why. So here's spot number 1, and what does it say? It says it's fertilized. I mean, I ran over this with the seeder, so I don't know why it didn't seed. Very, very weird. So there's this spot, and then there's another one. Where was it? I think it's right down this way, where it was much smaller. Yeah, here it is. It was much smaller, but it basically did the same thing. And I have no clue what the issue was here. I'm hoping that the next seeding, we don't have any problems like that. That one's tiny, but this one is like, you know, this is a big chunk. Don't want this happening. So yeah, if anybody has any ideas why that's going on, let me know in the comment section down below. But we do have to harvest all this stuff. This is all got to get in the grain bin, and this is all going to be chicken food, man. I think our chickens are absolutely going to love this, and it couldn't have come sooner because they are running super low on food. Our wheat, we're down to like the last 1,000 or 2,000 liters, something like that. Those chickens, man, they're no joke. They eat, and they eat a lot. So, all right, I'm gonna hop in the, what is it called? The Nova Cat, I think it is. And we are gonna harvest some sorghum and some soybeans. Let's do this, baby. Okay, well, boy, that was quite the harvest. I definitely think that a bigger harvester needs to be in our future. This thing, it's okay, but it only goes 5 miles an hour. Oh boy, it takes so long to get everything done. You can kind of see the pace I'm crawling at here. Yeah, it's not fun. It probably took me, almost an hour and a half to do both of those fields. That's kind of crazy. But now that we're done with our harvesting, we have some other things that we can do. So, we are in November currently. If we take a look at the egg prices, November is peak selling season. So, I want to get rid of all of our eggs today. And we have been stockpiling a lot of eggs. So, we should have a pretty penny worth there. I don't know exactly how many we have, but the vast majority of the stuff that is actually in the bale and pallet storage is eggs. So should be pretty good. I just got to park this guy up, then we're going to head over there, take stock, and load up and drive on over to the farmer's market. Oh, and I suppose a look at what we got from our soybean and our sorghum harvest would be in order as well. So, soybeans, this is what we got. 17,587 for the sorghum. Let's take a look there. How much did we get? 17,069. So, wow. Okay, that's a smaller field, and we got almost as many as this field. Interesting, quite interesting. I think the sorghum should last us a pretty good amount of time for the chickens, but we are going to have to keep up on that. I mean, is sorghum the best? I don't know. I just don't know at this juncture. Maybe it's because we don't have the full fertilization going on that we're not getting more, or maybe that's just the number we're going to get because the field isn't giant. So I do have to figure that all out, and I'm just hoping that what we have will last us at least a year so that we can get to next year, plant again, do the whole thing over again, make sure our chickens are fed. So I'm going to dump this off, and then we're going to pick up some eggs. All right, now that the soybeans have been safely tucked away, let's take a look here and see what we got in terms of eggs. Just looking, yeah, you can see them all back there, man. Look at that. We got a full stack of eggs. That's beautiful. How many exactly? We'll find out here in a moment. Let me go through this list here. Boy, I'm gonna have to pull out quite a few, aren't I? Okay, I'm gonna pull every egg out of here, and then we'll load them up on the truck and see how much we got. All right, I've gathered up all of our eggs, and we've got 26,138 liters. That seems like a really, really good amount of eggs. How long have we been doing this? I want to say, I mean, this is only our first year of egg production, so that's really good. Yeah, I'm very happy with that. Look how top heavy this is, though. I gotta be very, very careful going around any sort of turn, because this bad boy could tip at any moment. Let's just test it out. If I go, oh, yep, oh no. Why would I do that? I just wanted to show you guys. I didn't mean to actually tip it. Okay. I'm gonna have to figure out a way out of this situation. Hold, please. There we go. Okay. I had to use a strategic method of self-righting, which most tractors seem to have. But I did have to dump all the eggs. Actually, I probably didn't have to dump all the eggs now that I'm thinking about it, but I did it anyway. So, okay. Luckily, they're easy to load back up. Literally, all I gotta do is drive next to this giant pile of, I'm assuming now broken eggs, but we're not gonna talk about that, and just reload everything up. Okay, easy peasy. Let's get to selling some eggs. Okay, much like everything else we sell, the farmer's market seems to be the place to go. It had the best price, so let's see what they'll give me for a truckload of eggs. Let's go, baby. 66,700. Guys, that's just chickens. That's a single chicken coop. That's insane. Holy cow. And that's without processing anything. If we process those eggs into some other egg-related product, I can't think of one off the top of my head, but if we did, we could probably get even more money. I feel like the ones that are coming to mind all require other ingredients like cake and stuff of that nature, which I don't know if I'm down for that sort of processing power at this point, but there's definitely potential to upsell our eggs into some other form in the future, that's for sure. Well, with our eggs now sold, that pretty much leaves us in the clear for November. We did everything else that we had to do. It's just time for some chores. So I gotta go feed some sheep, feed some chicken, water the green, all the usual stuff that I always tell you guys I'm doing. I'm gonna go do that. I actually meant to sell straw in December, which would be next month, but since we had the premature exodus of the straw, that ain't gonna be happening. So we are going to do our next big sale, obviously in April. That's when we're going to hit up our fabric stash and see what that's worth. I have an inkling, but we will see. And then with all the money combined from that, this sale of our eggs and our greenhouse revenue, we are going to try and buy a couple new pieces of equipment that I think are going to make all of our farming tasks much, much quicker. Or, and this is a big or here. Ooh, I didn't even think of this. If we have enough, what if we got a new harvester? Dare I say? Okay, no. I'm not even going to think about that right now. We got to see how much money we have after everything is sold and good. So let's get there first, and then we'll see what we can buy.
One eternity later.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we have made it to April, and look at the money sitch. $132,530 bucks already in the bank, and we haven't sold a thing this month. I've already gone ahead and loaded up a whole batch load of wool on the back of our tractor here. We're going to sell this, but we have been accruing so much extra wool. It is insane. Let me show you guys this. Oh, yeah. We got to sell all this wool today, too. This is going to be insane. This is going to be definitely our biggest sale, I think, ever in terms of like single month type money. So very, very excited to do this. Along with this wool, obviously, we have all of our bubble gum over there that we got to sell as well. And I think, if I'm not mistaken, oh yeah, baby. Oh my goodness. We're gonna have, oh, that's a lot. That is a lot. I don't know how we made this much extra, but we did. We definitely made extra fabric. So it's gonna be good. It's gonna be really good. And apparently it's a hailstorm right now in April. So that's going on as well. Our fields are probably getting damaged beyond belief. It's amazing. Okay, I am going to go ahead. This is probably going to take me 1, 2, at least 3 trips to sell all this wool. So let's go ahead. Let's get started, man. Farmers market, here we go. Whoa. What the heck, man? It's like some imaginary curb there. Every time I go over that spot, it gives me trouble. I don't know what's up with that. So weird, but we're almost at the farmers market. Here we go. Let's do our first sale, shall we? All right, there's all our wool. I did have a very unfortunate circumstance where I flipped my tractor right before the sell point, and it took me forever to get that thing like righted right side up. It was crazy, man. How does this keep happening to me? Am I that terrible of a driver? I don't know. Let me know in the comments section down below. But there we go. There's all our wool, our sheep's wool, good to go out the door. Wham, bam, thank you, ma'am. Now, obviously, the big star of the show here, it's always the fabric, right? It's always the fabric. That's our big money maker. So we got to sell this stuff. We're going right back to the farmer's market with a full truckload of beautiful, delicious, mint-flavored fabric. Let's go. All right, here we go. Let's sell some fabric, man. We got 17,000 liters, $157,000. Oh, boy. $357,000 we got in the bank. Oh man, this is 2 episodes in a row where I had initially planned to buy certain things and the money is again catching me off guard. I'm kind of a sucker when it comes to spending on big toys. My initial plan was to buy a roller, a lime spreader, and lime. That's it. And maybe a weeder. Those were going to be my like big purchases, but call me crazy. I feel like we can afford a really good harvester, a combine, and a header with the money we have available right now. So I need to do some investigatory work here and kind of take a look and see what's within our price range right now. I have a feeling that there's probably quite a bit. So yeah, I'm going to dig into that and let's see what I can find.
A few inches later.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, the numbers have been crunched and the verdict is in. We are getting a new combine today. Yeah, we're basically going to spend every penny we have, but the harvester that we're going to get is going to be like super good, super good. So let's take a peek here and see what I'm talking about. Now, nope, not this one. I did look at this one, but that's not the one we're getting. In harvesters, here we go. We're gonna get the S760/770 series right here. Grain tank extension. I did like, where is it? Right here, this one, the factory static extension. And then we do want to get a hitch because we are definitely going to need a trailer for the header that's going to fit on this guy. Everything else, I believe, looks pretty good. How much for end? Yeah, okay, we can't do that. We're sticking with the S760. So that's going to cost us a whopping $218,965. Put it in the books. We're getting it. Bam. Oh, baby. So now we still have $138,907 to play with here. That's good because we absolutely are going to need the header. And I'm thinking we're going to go with this guy right here, the HD45X. It's got an absolutely massive wingspan of 13.7 meters. That is huge.
That's what she said. No time. But she did. No time.
Huge. Where the one we're using right now is 6 meters. It's less than half the size of this one. This is going to be such a big freaking upgrade. It's going to be crazy. I'm not even going to talk about it anymore. We're just going to buy it. Give it to me. Now, being that this thing is so massive, we absolutely are going to need the trailer header. But what we're going to do to afford that is get out of this thing and get me in this guy. Where are you? This guy right here. The Rashtelmash Nova 330 manual. We're going to sell this guy. Yeah, it's going to have no purpose on the farm anymore after this because we're going to have something much, much better. So let's take a trip over to Ye Olde shop and let's get this thing sold. All right, here we go, baby. Ye Olde machine shop. We have arrived. We're going to sell this thing and whoop, what are we hitting? Light pole. Watch out now. A thought did occur to me on the drive over here. This is basically going to be a one-way trip for this header. Pardon me, almost knocked into a building. There is actually no reason for us to buy the header trailer when we could just rent it. Why don't we just rent it and do that? That seems like a much better option than actually buying it when we're never going to use it again after this first trip. So, bam, out of here. 65,000 in the bank. Let's take a look and see which trailer we need. If we go to headers, where are you at? Here we go, HD45X. And this is the guy we're gonna need right here. So how much to lease? $994. That is a no-brainer. Costs $19,500 to own? Yeah, right. Why would I do that? Give it to me. Okay, man. We've now got our header, our combine, and our leased trailer that we're going to be returning. Oh my goodness, look at this thing. This is massive. Can I not even jump over? Okay, bit spiky on the feet, but we're good. Yeah, this thing's big, man. That's what, no. We're not gonna go there, Hugz. We're just gonna enjoy the moment, okay? This thing is so freaking big. Wow. I'm speechless, and that's a first. Okay, let's get, whoa. Some noises happening here. Okay, I guess that's normal. And look at the tires on this thing. Huge tires. Okay, let's try and get this thing loaded up here and see how this is gonna work. I do have the trailer hitch on the back of this, so we can just hitch it right on up, but I gotta get it on the thing. I think it doesn't matter which way I put it on, I just gotta get it up there. Lift. There we go. Is that lifted? Oh, actually, I'm wrong. I got to put it on the other side. Okay, let me do a little U-ey here, and let's get this thing settled. All right, I think I got it in position, so let's just inch it forward. Inch it. And I think that may be it right there. A little bit further. And bam. Are you going to pop? Oh, yeah, absolutely. Popped right on. Perfect. Okay, so now that'll make transport back to our farm way easier. We still have 64,000 bucks though, guys. I'm thinking we may be able to afford one more piece of equipment. Let me peruse the shop a little bit more since we're here anyway. Well, check this out. This guy, the K105, the Bradal, it does fertilizer and it does lime. Lime is really the one that we're gonna need the most, and we have enough money. So I am going to absolutely buy this thing. We need it on the farm, so this is coming with us. All right, we've got 19,000 wiggle room if we need it. I don't know what we might need that for, but you never know what's gonna come up. But first things first, let's get this back to the farm. Newest addition to the Mega Farm family. Let's go, baby. Home sweet home on the Mega Farm. Guys, we got pretty much everything we've ever wanted and then some in this episode. Absolutely amazing. If you haven't already, make sure you head on down to the comment section and cast your vote on the poll that I mentioned earlier. Very important. Don't forget to do that. And also drop a like on the video. This was a great one. I had so much fun. I hope you guys had fun too watching it. If you're not subscribed, make sure you do that. Turn notifications on. That way you don't miss any of our upcoming videos. But as always, ladies and gentlemen, have yourselves a beautiful day out there, and I will see you all on the next one.